So Dope Live. I am Chef Steph. Y'all know what we do each and every time we get here. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Like this video, like the previous video, comment, because when you holla back. Hit the notification bell, because the best way to know is to know. I ain't did that in a minute neither. What's good, y'all? Y'all know what we do, man, each and every time. You know what though? I wanna say this before I get into this video. I'm doing the main reason behind these videos, like I said, is old content, of course, to people that just like to just wham and they gone. I'm actually going back and analyzing the actual footage that we actually saw in real time. And I say all that to say this is, it's just interesting to see how an ex-NBA player go from having it all to just how they live in their life now. And it's sad to see it. And so he's documenting his life every day to us to see, but projecting something else where he hasn't come to terms that people can see his lifestyle, because he's shown us so much of it that people can pretty much gather what's going on with him on his side. And I think that's interesting. That's why I said it's all documented. So he always would say, somebody said they were gonna study him one day, his page or whatever. You write, listen, dog. You write about the content. See, nobody. I don't know about studying your page, but definitely studying the content that you created, that you made other people create, such as, that's why I go through the series when we did the I started with Stephen A. Smith. I did the Gilbert Arenas. I'm touching all the beefs and the people that he had an issue with. So I did the Stephen A. Smith, I did the Gilbert Arenas, Charles Oakley. And these aren't not all these people he had beef with, but just people who spoke about him and his character. Because we watching behavior, right? So I did the Charles Oakley. Like I said, I did Gilbert. And then last I did the Steven Jackson. And now today, that brings me to where we are now. We're going to discuss Matt Barnes. Now, Matt Barnes, as you know, Kwame Brown had an issue with Matt Barnes, and Matt Barnes responded and told his side as to what happened when he went out to reach out to Kwame. So we're going to react to this interview that Matt Barnes had with Fact Podcast, FAQ Podcast. Shouts out to them. This is the audio from this interview. This is Matt Barnes, y'all. Let's get into it.
The skylights in the bathroom, I think, really highlight our choice of materials. And I think knowing that we'd have a room
came and challenged me on anything I said, because they already knew the answer to it. And they
Who was the guy I saw you on Instagram, did a video, you were like,
Kwame Brown.
it was Kwame Brown. Did they ever get squashed?
No.
Who was the guy I saw you on Instagram, did a video, you were like,
Kwame Brown.
it was Kwame Brown.
Dude said, who was the guy? Then dude said Kwame Brown. Said, oh, Kwame Brown. Man, they dude's funny, man. That is funny. That's funny, Kwame. You know that's funny. Like that's funny. It's comical.
Did they ever get squashed?
Nah, I mean, no. I tried to. You know, man, with his situation.
What happened? Like, did he say something first?
So what happened was my co-host, we were talking to Jeannie Buss, and she said something about something happening, and then my co-host made a reference that kind of was a joking shot at Kwame, and I just I did just like this.
Reaction.
Like hit his knee, like just like that. Right. All I did. I didn't say shit about this dude. Yeah. It was just, what had gone on in the conversation. And Gilbert Arenas was actually the first conversation was with Gilbert Arenas, and something Kwame came up and Jack laughed about something.
Right.
And then another conversation came up with Jeannie Buss. So it's kind of like two in a small window of time, and I guess it got back to him. But keep in mind, the whole time I never said nothing about the dude. And the reason why I never said nothing about the dude, because as I told you early on, like my grind was tough. Like if a motherfucker makes this league and makes money, I'm proud of you, bro.
You understand it.
I wasn't a lottery pick. I was a second round pick that got cut and had to play all over the fucking, like I get it. Yeah. So it's not even in me to talk shit about somebody's grind. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you played 12 years, made bread. I'm happy for you. So when the shit
and I want to say this too. While Matt's talking, I'm just letting him just, go on and speak and say, what he was saying in the interview. Everybody that's did an interview or responded back to Kwame, they had nothing but nice things to say about you, bro. Like I don't get how you have an issue with people who have nothing but nice things to say about you. Like you really on some negative type shit, bro. Like Matt even said it. Like, and another person. He said he came out of the draft late, and he had to grind. He was bouncing around to different teams, so he understand. Like, but you still went at him, and you going at these guys like they didn't have it hard coming up either. As you can see, your background identifies with a lot of your peers in the NBA, but you pushed them away for your own selfish reasons, bro. Like you got in the way of yourself, bro.
first happened, I played, like, I get it.
Yeah.
So it's not even in me to talk shit about somebody's grind. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you played 12 years, made bread, I'm happy for you. So when the shit first happened, I played against him but never spoke to him in my life. So I hit him with a DM, like, right before shit starts to get, when he was talking just about stacking Gilbert, like, hey, bro, hit me up, you know, let's talk. See if we can do it. So this dude looks
at him out of love.
Yeah, just because, I mean, I'm 41 years old now. You know what I mean? And like I said, I just told you the way I look at people. So obviously it was a joke, but it wasn't handled well. But, you know, let's talk about it. Shit, come on the show and tell your story. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Dude looks at my DM and then the next day starts going in on me. Going in.
See? And see, and this is what I be wanting Kwame Brown's extreme supporters to hear, that of someone like Matt Barnes, who reached out to Kwame and was like, hey, is there something we can speak about, we can talk about as men? Come on the show, tell your story. Because you gotta think at this point, for Kwame to say he a grown ass man and he in his 40s and he conduct himself as a man, why are you telling men business then? That's like really feminine. Like, that's, no man does that. You just telling personal business, and you telling business about stuff that happened to people years ago too. Like, you came in going personal because you got emotional that people was talking about your basketball skills. But those your basketball skills, like Steven Jackson said, those your skills. How can you be upset about that? That's how you play, bro. And all the people you got an issue with that you spewed personal information about kept it basketball with you, bro. Nobody attacked you personally. And for real, everybody that responded to you had class. Nobody cussed you out. Everybody still conducted themselves as men. Because you got to understand, each person that responded to you has something going on. You can tell. Like, you speak so much about names and the brand and likeness and all that. These are actual people that you beef with. The people that you beef with actually have those things you speak of, Kwame. So they not about to do that with you. They not about to go rah-rah on the phone and do all that stuff when they got businesses and they got to stand in front of different people with their brand. Like, what are you talking about, man? And that's what I mean. You are here for the destruction. You're not about growth. You about destruction, confusion. And that's how you went viral. That's how you went viral. I'm just being honest. That's how you went viral. Kwame, I'm not lying. I know that's how you went viral. You went viral, like I said in the previous blog before. You went viral from being messy. All those stories that you guys be saying, like how you was awkward and you didn't want to be around people, I believe it, bro. I believe it, bro. I believe it, man. I believe you was that 7-foot guy that couldn't fit in nowhere, like pause, but just couldn't fit in. Like you just was awkward, socially awkward, but you were just a tall guy, but just shy. You was a 7-foot shy guy, I believe. Good guy, probably a nice guy. Like you would say, you're a nice guy. But you saw the opportunity that you took on as from speaking out, because you said that a family member told you to do it, which you said, I think you said your brother, and you used that opportunity to speak out, but you spoke out in a negative manner. You went personal, like straight for the gusto. Like that's what women, that's what women do. Like fellas, keep it a bean. For the men out there, y'all know, like men know, like when women feelings get hurt, they try to go for the gusto. Like they try to, you like, God, hold on, baby, ooh, that little below the, like women go for the gun. Like you didn't even keep it on the same playing ground. You went way lower. Like everybody kept it basketball with you, which was them your skills. Kwame, they are your skills, bruh. You was in the NBA. Nobody's trying to take that away from you. You was drafted straight out of high school. You made history. Nobody's taking that away from you. That is an accolade. But my question to you is, wouldn't you have wanted more accolades? Because you giving excuses on YouTube now. These are the same thoughts that you had 20 years ago when you were going through all that stuff. And I'm gonna bring all this full circle. That's why I'm interested in posting these videos. Like I'm posting these videos because it's so interesting to see this. Like it's embarrassing to see, definitely, and it's sad because we're literally watching somebody crash out in real time. But it's also teachable moments in all these things, how you can have it all, but with the wrong decisions and the negative energy you keep around you, you can lose it all just as fast as you gain it all. That's why YouTube, the platform we're all on, is all documentation. All these videos are documentation. Somebody's watching it somewhere, because once it's on the internet, it's up there forever. And we're seeing an example of that right now. That's all I was saying. I know I talked for a minute, I'm sorry, y'all. But I was just trying to give basically how I'm looking at all this stuff.
On me, a personal shit. See, it was a joke, but it wasn't handled well. But let's talk about it. Shit, come on the show and tell your story. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Dude looks at my DM and then the next day starts going in on me. Going in on me, a personal shit, attacking my ex-wife and my situation, and this is that. Personal. And I'm to the point where, like, I'm trying to be, And I'm
gonna say this: you did do that, Kwame. The dude tapped him, laughed at your skills, whatever. Keeping it basketball, you was that was such and such fucked your bitch. Damn, that was you, Kwame.
41 years old, I'm not trying to fight no more. And so I'm to the point where I'm hopefully this dies down because if this dude keeps talking away, and this is that. Personal. And I'm to the point where, like, I'm trying to be, I'm 41 years old, I'm not trying to fight no more. And so I'm to the point where I'm hopefully this dies down because if this dude keeps talking shit, some shit's gonna happen. He just keeps going and I'm not listening to it, but I'm seeing little edits and then my people are telling me what he's saying. So it just got to the point now where I felt like he was crossing lines, and Jack had just converted to Muslim, so he was trying to leave his shit behind. If he would have caught us like 5 years ago, it probably would have been real bad.
Yeah.
Real bad, because there was people that were ready to get on his head. On his head. So what I did when the shit you was talking about was I just like, bro, you keep talking this shit. Come to the show. We're gonna be in Atlanta in like 3 weeks.
Pull up.
If me and you need to box, we could box, and then shake hands and come tell your story. You know what I mean? Because he started doing this whole riff where you guys hate on black men.
And see, he gave you the opportunity to come box, Kwame. But now, as of recently, you want to box Gil. Why? Because you're 7 foot and he's 6'3". And he taller than both of these guys. But what you thought was, you think Gil's an easier win too? Like, you picking your fights. Like, this dude said he challenged you to a boxing fight. You ain't accept. And said come on the show to tell your story, and you still would have got a positive out of that. Even with going viral and coming on the show and telling your story, that would have been even more powerful than the route you took. But you chose the beef instead, and then made it seem like if you flew out there, niggas was gonna jump you if you came to the studio and all this. And like, you sounded scary.
You're doing this and that, bro. If you watch our fucking show, we're the opposite. We're empowering everybody, and we talk shit to the people who talk bad about us. So, but you know, when you're at the top, and we are the #1 sports podcast, there's already gonna be a bunch of people who don't like us. So as soon as he started opening his mouth about we're a certain way, everyone starts jumping on. Or you guys are Uncle Toms. You guys are this and that. I'm like, my nigga, do you watch our show? Like, have you watched our whole?
Again, Kwame Brown. Fucking with people brands. I just said that, y'all. Fucking with people brands. This is the #1 thing Kwame always be saying, like, oh, it's not good for my brand. Like, why he dropped Skinny but kept Sister T and Queen Regina that did things worse than what Skinny did. It's crazy. So you're worried about brands, but you also not worried about like the fact that you mess up other people's brands too, or you try to destroy other people's brands. Again, the hypocrisy. Man, this ain't no diss, bro. Like this, it's just showing you your ways, man.
Whole
Do
entire
you understand
lives.
what we're on?
Like what we're about?
What we're about.
So long story short, man, I just told dude to pull up, come to the show. We could fight, we could talk, whatever. And it was just, to me, it was just kind of his cry for help, you know. And I get it, because you got to think, this dude was the #1 pick, so he could have had the fame that, or the career that LeBron James had, and he didn't.
Yeah.
So he's been labeled, you know what I mean, and he's kind of been the butt of jokes for 20 years. So I guess it came to a tipping point when it came from us, because we're #1. You know what I mean? So he felt like if I could shoot at them, get a little bit of steam, and people rolling with me, you know what I mean, maybe I can get some attention. And to me, bro, if that was the case, like, parlay this shit into a podcast or some kind of thing where you can make some bread if that's the case. But at the end of the day, all I was trying to do was squash it with dude, because like I said, I don't.
And that's the advice he gave you. Even still gave you advice to turn your show into a podcast, which you did on YouTube, but you got satisfied with YouTube. These guys actually are in businesses to help you get paid, so you can get more than one check for just other than YouTube. So you can still have your podcast on YouTube, but you would have been able to get on Apple Music and Tidal and all these different streaming platforms with your show as well, and professionally done and with the right people. But you chose to go against it, all for your selfish reasons that didn't get you anywhere. So you really messed up relationships for no reason. Nobody even had an issue with you. You went out your way to mess up relationships, man. I don't hang with celebrities because celebrities, they just do too much. Bruh, like, nah. I'm not a celebrity. Yes, you are. As a matter of fact, I want to make this a point too. You use you have somewhat of a celebrity. You use that to your advantage to still move the way you do. You know you a celebrity. You know you still have of course it's not of a high like LeBron of a stature like, but you still have a type of a celebrity though that you know you can move with. Come on, man, we see what's going on.
To me, you succeeded. You played 12 years. That's or some kind of thing where you can make some bread if that's the case. But at the end of the day, all I was trying to do was squash you with dude because, like I said, to me, you succeeded. You played 12 years. You mean it may have been fucked up and ugly, whatever situation, but you made bread, whatever. So the way you were coming at me was just uncalled for, disrespectful, inappropriate, everything. And like I said, if it was a different time, it could have been a different result.
Yeah.
So it is what it is now. I haven't heard nothing in a minute.
Yeah.
Which dude best? Like I said, I understand where he's coming from, but don't give him an excuse for the whole shit he was saying. But it just is what it is.
And I brought it up. I just wanted to see if it got squashed or because I don't know.
No, we tried to. Like I said, we tried to. I literally hit him.
Not stirring that up again. I just want to be very clear.
Oh yeah, well, because I haven't really even spoke on this, so I'm kind of glad you asked it because it was something that it was heavy for a minute. You know what I mean? Like they were attacking me on social media, my girl on social media, Jack, and all this other shit. Like I said, it was people that just want to jump on the bandwagon because they want to see some negativity between some black men. So they were just pouring gas on the fire. So, but at the end of the day, like I said, right from the jump, I hit dude. Like, yo, have a conversation with me. I can squash all this shit right now. And he reads this and then starts going at me personally the very next day. I'm like, that's some clown shit, but yeah, I mean, to each his own.
Speaking of
Agent of Chaos. what the conscious community call it, Agents of Chaos. Kwame Brown is an agent of chaos. These brothers reached out to you to try to rectify the situation and make it lucrative for you too. But nah, you turned your back on that. So again, if you're a real Kwame extreme supporter or just a supporter, just listen to what I'm saying and listen to what these NBA players are saying. But tell me what your thoughts is down in the comment section. What do you think about what Matt Barnes said about Kwame Brown and his response to the things that Kwame said about him? I gave you my thoughts. Put it down in the comment section. Oh, so dope live. I am Chef Steph. Take care of yourself.